All right, hello everyone. Good evening. How are we doing? Good. I am so glad to see this room full of support. Everybody, hands for this audience. I almost took a couple rows out because you never really know, and you don't want to have a bunch of empty seats. So thank you guys for assuaging that feeling of dread. My name is Chauncey Holloman Pettis. I am the Small Business Development Coordinator for the City of Little Rock. I facilitate the Small Business Development Office within the City Manager's office. My office is upstairs. I know that all of our graduates know, but for those of you in the audience that may be aspiring entrepreneurs or looking for the next businesses that you guys may want to start, the Small Business Development Office is located here in the Willie L. Hinton Neighborhood Resource Center. So today we are here for our 32nd Entrepreneur Training Course graduation. And I can't say enough how proud I am every time I sit up here with a new batch of graduates from this course. The city has offered some form of entrepreneur training since 1999, so it's quite a long time that the city has been invested in entrepreneurship and economic development and really helping to grow small businesses through training, encouragement, and citywide programming. So today we are here to celebrate 19, I believe, new graduates, new alum into our entrepreneur training course. And these 19 people have worked hard. They have come every Monday night from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Some of them have stayed later. Some of them have met with each other outside of class, in addition to the time it takes to really put some thought into this business, to grow it internally, to acknowledge how much time it's going to take, which is always usually around week 3 or 4. You realize how much this really is, and to get 19 out of the 21 we started with to continue, that's not half bad, right? Right? So give you guys an applause for that. And again, to the husbands and the daughters and the wives and the sisters and brothers in the audience, we're sorry. We have stolen your relatives for a nice chunk of time, and hopefully they have come away with something that they can be truly proud of. So we're going to keep rolling into our program, and we're going to turn it over into some remarks from our partner from the Arkansas Small Business and Technology Development Center, Ms. Shannon Roberts.
Thank you very much. As Chauncey said, I'm Shannon Roberts. I'm the Programs Manager at the Arkansas Small Business and Technology Development Center. And on behalf of our State Director, Ms. Laura Fine, and the rest of our UA Little Rock staff, we want to congratulate you on a job well done for completing this course. As Chauncey said, we see time and time again how it takes a lot of effort and it takes a lot of time to get to this place in the program. So we are so very excited for you. Did you get a lot out of the class? Do you feel like you're a completely different business person than you were when you started? That's great. That's great. That was one of our goals. You know, our mission at the ASBTDC is to have economic impact on communities by stimulating entrepreneurship, innovation, and small business growth. And being a part of the UA Little Rock College of Business makes the Little Rock community particularly important to us. As many of you know, we are now under the new leadership of Chancellor Andrew Rogerson. And one of Chancellor Rogerson's top priorities is to truly make UA Little Rock this city's university. And in line with that, it is our priority to be Little Rock's first and best small business resource provider. So we want to be sure that we are your first and your best resource provider even from this point forward, because we really believe in Little Rock and we take ownership in contributing to its success and its growth. And one of the ways that we do that is through this strong partnership that we have with the City of Little Rock Small Business Development Office. So this class has enabled us to connect with many small businesses through the years, and now we have the distinct privilege of being connected to you as well. And one of the things that we want to communicate with you is for you to understand that the assistance doesn't stop here. We don't want that connection to end tonight. We want to continue to provide counseling, that free one-on-one confidential business consulting that some of you have already participated in through the program. We also have small business programs that we provide, discussion groups, webinars, seminars, and other events that you are also invited to participate in. So our resources go way beyond this, and we would love to continue to work with you. So I encourage you, don't lose that connection with us. Keep going from here. Let us continue to help you, because as you know, you've finished your business plan, but you know now, I just know enough to be dangerous maybe, to get started. So let us continue to help you with that, okay? Again, we really congratulate you. I also want to thank our facilitators. We have some of them here tonight. Would you all stand up in the back? We have Pamela Reed and Blake Norman and Whitney Horton. You will recognize these faces. Yes, they were right in there in the trenches with you during the class and during the consulting sessions. So we really appreciate their hard work. So anyways, I think that we are really here maybe to hear from our mayor, our great mayor, Mayor Mark Stodola.
I want to do a quick introduction. You guys, this type of programming may seem like we really have kind of narrowed down and boiled down the ins and outs of entrepreneurship, and we use Kauffman Foundation curriculum. And programming like this costs the city a good deal of money. And I wouldn't be able to do, what I love, which is to encourage entrepreneurship, to help coach entrepreneurship, to tell you guys my personal story of entrepreneurship and how I can maybe use that influence and that expertise to guide you through your journey. If I didn't have the overwhelming support of the city. And I've known the mayor for quite some time, and was it last year, the Mayor Summit on Entrepreneurship? Last year, we held a summit on entrepreneurship where mayors and city leaders came from all around the state to really just kind of see how a municipality could crack this egg of entrepreneurship. What could we do as a city to help foster new small businesses and new growth? And our mayor kind of led that charge as the vice president of the International League of Cities, maybe, Conference of Mayors. And he took on that opportunity and held this massive conference to not only help Little Rock grow and be better in entrepreneurship, but to help those smaller cities around us kind of figure out what entrepreneurship looks like in your town. And it's that type of dedication and it's that type of fervor for entrepreneurship that makes it easier for me to do my job as a small business development coordinator, which makes it easier for me to go out, pound the pavement, and find you guys. As you know, getting enrolled in this class was a competitive process. We've had, I think we had about 60 or so applicants to pick the 20 of you out of. And because of that support that the city has given me to cast that wide net, to advertise, to get as many people as we can interested, it allowed us to pick those select few that we thought really could get out there and be successful and really could feed off of each other. It wasn't just you guys alone, it was your concepts, and it was seeing what concept could maybe help another concept in the business. And all of this time and effort on the Small Business Development Office part took an incredible amount of support from the city. And so with that, I offer my huge thanks to Mayor Mark Stodola, and he's going to give us a nice welcome for this graduation. Thank you, Mayor.
Well, thank you, Chauncey. You are a great leader of this wonderful program. Certainly, she exhibits the execution of entrepreneurialism in so many different ways, and so we're very fortunate to have her working for the city, but it doesn't preclude her from continuing with her own entrepreneurial endeavors. And I just want to say how lucky you are to be a part of this class. I mean, we're excited that this is our 32nd class of providing an opportunity for people to learn how to start a business and to execute and excel in a business. The Kauffman Foundation, and some of you, I know that was your materials, and you know, it's kind of like, well, one of these programs that you pull in from some other location, and you remember those in high school, those kind of things that help you, study guides and all those kind of things. Well, you should know that the Kauffman Foundation is the #1 foundation in the world dedicated to helping people create and start businesses and to excel. They're located in Kansas City. I have been very fortunate to be involved. They like mayors for some reason. I don't know why. They think we can help stimulate the community to do entrepreneurism. But you know, small business is really the core of what runs a city, runs a community, really runs the nation. And so the Kauffman Foundation has a tremendous organization out there to help people and to educate people about the importance of how you start a business and how you excel in a business. And of course, we've got a community, and we've got a world that is just exploding in terms of creativity and excitement. So whether it is a soft type of a business that you're creating, where it's a skill or a service that you're providing, or whether you're out there and you figured out the next great Microsoft application, or the next Twitter, or the next, you know, Instagram, Facebook, what have you. Entrepreneurism is entitled and encompassed in all of those kinds of things. And so it really, the skill set that you've gotten is pretty unique. And I don't think many people know. And I always am surprised, and we talk about this about all sorts of issues. We talk about it in terms of public safety and what people know or don't know about what the city's doing to try and keep you safe. We talk about it in terms of, you know, the streets and the potholes and, you know, all of the kind of things that you deal with in an everyday life, that you expect to be there every time you wake up in the morning, and you know, you want to know that the electricity's on, you want to know that the water is clean and it's running. Those are things that we expect. And so one of the things that people don't know about, is they don't know about this wonderful program that you've been a part of. And the fact that the city is providing that in conjunction with the Kauffman Foundation and with the University of Arkansas at Little Rock is really a great, great thing. And I just want to congratulate all of you. Success breeds success. Your efforts, your desire to provide for not only yourself but your family, to come up with the creative ideas that you've got that have materialized themselves in all of the exhibits that we have out here, the ability to provide services and products that you think people want to buy, that's so very, very important. And I want to commend you and congratulate you on it, because that is the real backbone of our community. It's the real element that helps to transform this city and to give people a value system, a value of what they are worth. So you're providing a value. You're providing an element of worth that you know and you believe in your heart is going to be worth something to somebody else. And so I just want to wish you the great success. You've gone through the program, you've completed it, you're getting your certificate, you've got some great, great mentoring and some real accelerator issues. We do this, you know, you might have read about it. I mean, we're doing it down there at the technology park too. We're taking these companies that they've got a great idea about how to provide financial services. They don't know quite how to materialize it. They don't know quite how to develop and promote it to people who want to buy it. But they're going to spend 13 weeks getting their heads beat in, you know, figuring out how is the best way to do what they're doing. Some of them will succeed, some of them may not, but you've done the same thing. You've gone through a program that challenges you to look at it, to review it, to look at whether you're doing it the right way, and to be able to make sure that you've done everything you can to make yourself a success in doing it. So I just want to say thank you very much. We're happy to have you as part of the City of Little Rock, and I want to wish you all the best of opportunities to make all the money in the world that you can. Thank you.
Okay, so we are ready for the main thing you're here for, other than the catering in the back of the room, right? I don't want to step on Chauncey's toes, but I do have to. This is house catering in the back. Yes. House catering actually started, or at least participated, in this class, and they are very successful, and you will taste their yummy food in the back, so we are always pleased to have them be a part of this. I love coming to this because I enjoy meeting the people, but then there's always great snacks in the back, so, you know, food draws people, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's get started. Our first set of certificates will be our certificates of participation. These are businesses who attended at least 8 of the 10 classes, but are still working on their business plan. You know, as you all know, sometimes you get into this and you're like, I'm going to need to take a little more time on this than I realized. So we have some businesses who are still at work on their business plan, which we're really excited to see them complete that and continue to work with us in the city of Little Rock in getting that completed. So the first participant with the certificate of participation is Harry Bassett Jr. with Boa Nose Construction, LLC. Okay.
And family members, if you want to take some snapshots, feel free to kind of jumping in. We don't want to take too long, but so you can get some good photos.
Yes. The next certificate of participation is Cherith Beck with Hanoko House Dressings and Marinades. I'm not sure if Cherith was able to make it tonight either. Would not make it. Okay. The next certificate of participation is Antonio Bennett with Stony Mountain Heating and Air Incorporated. The next certificate of participation is Megan Lipsmeyer, and I'm not sure that she was able to make it tonight either. Okay. The next one is Candace McBride with Lily Chanel Sweets. Okay. And then we have Scott Monahan with Monahandy Man. Very clever name, by the way, Scott. The next certificate of participation goes to Latasha Rideout with C&Q Stitches.
You were actually a certificate of completion.
Oh, that's a bigger deal, yes. Yes, so sorry, Latasha. So Latasha received a certificate of completion, meaning that not only did she attend at least 8 of the 10 classes, but she also submitted a business plan for review. So congratulations, Latasha. I'm sorry about my list being mixed up there. The last certificate of participation goes to Tim Turner with Kingdom Made Treats. Okay. They missed out on some really great snacks tonight. Really great people, right? Yeah. All right. So we'll move on to our certificates of completion, which, as I said earlier, 8 of the 10 classes were attended, and a business plan was hammered out and submitted to their assigned business consultant. And so let's get started on that list. The first one up is Tim Alaban with Big Guy Yoga. Tim, did I pronounce your last name correctly? Did I butcher your last name?
No, you nailed it.
Oh, great.
Yes, thank you.
It's wonderful. Okay. There's a lot of pressure on pronouncing names correctly, you know. So, all right, the next certificate of completion is Allison Bloodworth with Muse Makeup. Congratulations, Allison. The next certificate of completion goes to Everett Bolden with B. Brian Bald. Everett Bolden? Okay. Okay. Well, congratulations, Everett, wherever you might be. Oh, there you are. Great. Congratulations, Everett. The next certificate of completion goes to Trina Bronson with Bronson Exclusive Design and Printing. Wow, it's paparazzi. Congratulations. The next certificate of completion goes to John Brule with Coomer Farms. Did I get that right? Great. Congratulations. All right. Our next certificate goes to Randall Lee. I can get that right, with Contemporary Imaging. All right. Our next certificate goes to Lupe Martin with Luli's Bath and Body. Our next certificate goes to Tasha Newman with Just Right Educational Services. Congratulations, Tasha. Our next certificate is for Dwight Nelson with Clean Sweep Professionals. All right, our next certificate goes to Angela Thomas with God Sent Greetings. Congratulations, Angela. All right, our last certificate of completion goes to Tracy Reddick with Reddick Cleaning Services. Congratulations, Tracy. Okay, so we always, at the end of each class, we have a little class participation where we all vote on ballots for certain categories of, class participants. So we have those results, and we have some certificates for these. And the first one that we have is the first business to most likely make $1 million. Now there's no pressure here for this one, okay? None whatsoever. But that goes to Timothy Alabin.
A lot of pressure, guys. Appreciate that.
Okay, so we clearly had a very active group this year. Everybody really connected well because we had a tie for best networker. Okay. Now I really think that almost every one of you could have received this award, but we did have to narrow it down to just two. Okay. So the best networker is Lupe Martin with Luli's Bath and Body. No one seems shocked. The best networker also goes to, well, Cherith Beck. She's not here tonight, but we do congratulate Cherith on that. So, yay, Cherith. Wherever you are. All right, the next one goes to best motivator. Okay. The best motivator in the class, according to your classmates, is Angela Thomas with God Sent Greetings. Okay, our next certificate was for the most unique business idea. And that award went to Candace McBride with Willie Chanel Sweets, and I don't believe she's here with us tonight. She also won most enthusiastic, so we will be sure to get all of these to her. Yeah. Congratulations, Candace. Okay, so now, last but certainly not least, because this is a major feat, we have our Perfect Attendance Awards. Okay, that means all 10 classes. These people were there for 3 hours every Monday night for 10 weeks in a row, which is a major. Yes, that's a major accomplishment. So the first Perfect Attendance Award goes to Timothy Albin with Big Guy Yoga. Yeah, one more certificate, you might have to have some closing remarks. You're ready. Oh, that's good. You are a great businessman already, and you are ready to speak at the drop of a hat. Okay. The next Perfect Attendance Award goes to Allison Bloodworth with Muse Makeup. Congratulations, Allison. Well done. Our next Perfect Attendance Award goes to John Brule with Coomer Farms. Congratulations, John. And our last Perfect Attendance Award goes to Angela Thomas with God Sent Greetings. Congratulations, Angela. So in my final statement, again, I want to thank you all for participating. I want to congratulate you on a job well done. And we look forward to seeing each and every face again very, very soon. We are housed over in the UA Little Rock College of Business, but as you know, our consultants will be happy to meet with you as you need to meet with them. So be sure that you contact them, continue to stay in connection with them so that we can continue to help you move forward and grow in your business. All right, congratulations, everyone.
And before we get to the end, everyone, graduates, please make sure you stick around. We're going to take a number of photos here in the front. We're going to take some with you and the mayor and you and your consultant. So stick around. Make sure you don't drop and shatter your frames, at least until we get some photos of it. I want to introduce our guest speaker today. Carmen Bradford was one of my very first she took one of my very first classes in my capacity here as a small business development coordinator. So I was more nervous than the 24 nervous entrepreneurs that walked in on day one. Since then, I have really watched Carmen flourish into not only a successful entrepreneur that's really at the stages of figuring this thing, almost quite at the point of figuring this thing out, but more importantly, she has stayed a incredibly positive light. And that becomes extremely difficult for those of you that have kind of been on this roller coaster of entrepreneurship for a while. You know, you have so many ups and downs and yeses and nos to where it's easy to kind of get that passion stomped out of you as time goes on. And a funny story, I ran into Carmen a couple weeks ago, and she was in her craft, in her space, and I was dressed as Supergirl, so that was a weird interaction. But it was really wonderful to see the growth from 2000 and I believe 13, maybe 2013, when she took the New Ventures class, and to see her in her field and in her prime a few weeks ago. And it really let me know two things. One, you guys really will continue to grow past today. This is where we kind of say, thank you for taking our class, and you've completed this thing, but that let me know that there are so many steps that you will complete and be successful in when you move forward. And the second thing it let me know is how much I care about you guys individually. To see her in her space and in her field working did a lot for me, and it helped me to say, that's why I do this job. And so I gave her a call not too long ago and said, hey, would you be interested in being our keynote? Tell us your story, tell us your ups and downs, and let us know how it feels years later. Because, and I'm not going to steal too much of her story, but five or so classes ago, she was where you guys are. And so without further ado, Ms. Cameron Bradford with Studio 62.
Well, good evening. It's so nice to see all of you here today. Well, Studio 62, she didn't quite explain, but I'm a photographer. I also do graphic design. I can do your logo, I can do your website, I can do your flyer, I do everything. I started off doing graphic design before I did photography, before I ever picked up a camera. When I was like maybe in the 6th grade, I said I wanted to be a magazine publisher, and I used to do all the covers and win all the contests at school, so that's really kind of where I started with it. Studio 62 was formerly Brown Sugar Designs, and then I was like, no, I don't really like that. Then I changed to a touch of brown sugar, and then I said, oh, that's too ethnic, and then I went to a touch of sugar, and then I finally said, okay, no. Because just like Chauncey said, I told her, my name is Studio 62 now. She said, I'm glad you changed the name because it sounded like you were making baked goods. And God knows I can't bake. So there was no point of having a touch of sugar. But I ended up with Studio 62 because my mother was born in 1962, and it's a homage to her, a salute to her. She passed away in 2010. And kind of, I went like my whole life just kind of went downhill because she was my everything. Like literally, I was probably 21 before I actually washed my own clothes. She did like I got my own apartment when I was 18, but she would still buy my clothes and wash my clothes. She did everything. So when I called myself rebranding myself, 62 was like, that's it. That's what it is, because photography is the capturing of memories, the preserving of memories, and what better memories do you have than the ones you have with your mom? So that's how I ended up with Studio 62. And even furthermore, photography, let me see. This is kind of like a testimony a little bit, because when I tell you in 2010 when she died, my life, like I was homeless, like nobody was like there for me. They weren't there to protect me, like anything. But in 2012, I was given my first camera in 2012, and I was like, wow, what am I gonna do with this? And so I used to just play with it. I lived in the projects in Shorter Garden. Is it Shorter Garden? I say Shorter College a lot, but we love the school. But I lived in Shorter Garden, and like literally, I couldn't find a job. I couldn't find anything to do, and I'm like living on the housing, and they're giving me $40 to pay my light bill, and I'm like, what? I need to do something with my life. Like my mother wouldn't, she wouldn't be proud of me doing this. I started school. I went straight to college. And when she died, like my grades, all Fs, just like nothing. But I was given a camera in 2012, and I just started playing with it. and like, oh, I wonder what this does. I wonder what this does. And I was teaching myself, the shutter speed, the aperture, like everything about the camera. And then it just hit me one day, go back to school. You need to go back to school. And that's really what changed my life. In 2013, in January 2013, I went back to school and I minored in photography. I majored in media production and design, which is what I ultimately got my bachelor's in. But being in school taught me how much I loved working and how much, sometimes, I don't know if you, like when you got your first full-time job, I used to work at Office Depot and I used to dream about copies because you're there so much. You're there so much and it's like you working, it takes up so much of your life. So I used to dream about copies, and then when I started doing photography, I used to dream about ways to make pictures and ways to capture someone's mother or capture someone's child. I used to dream about stuff like that, and that just motivated me even more to be what I am today. And then in fall 2013, I said, I want to make this my business. I want to do this. I want this to be, my legacy in life. So I took this class, and it was hard for me. I have 2 children. My baby's 7. She turned 7 today, but they're 10 months apart. And it was hard getting here every day, but I got here. I got my certificate of completion. I barely made the deadline to turn in my I'm talking about. I was like, please. Take this. I did it, that financial projection thing, honey, above my head. But I did it. I got it turned in, and I just felt like I'm finally here. I finally made it to, that 2013 was like a year of transition for me, because I transitioned out of being like stuck in a depressive state where I couldn't do anything, and all I could think about is my mama, my mama, my mama, my mama, my mama. But at the end of the day, she wanted more for me. And that's what she instilled in me. I'm from a long line of educators. My grandpa taught 30 years at Dunbar. We go to college, it's what we do. So fast forward to 2017, a lot of bumps along the way. Sometimes you get caught up, sometimes you miss deadlines, that makes you look bad. Sometimes things happen, but you always have to pull it back together, apologize, whatever it is you need to do, and make sure you always stay professional as much as you can. So fast forward to 2017, Studio 62, I'm opening, last year I ventured out into my own studio location. I wasn't trying to jump out real fast. It's like a little bitty room, $300 a month, lights, water, gas, internet all paid. And I was like, okay, I can do this. And I started making pictures that I could create completely. I don't know if there's any, I know Randall's a photographer, if there's any other photographers in the room. When you're outside, you don't control all the elements. But in the studio, you can control everything, every single thing. So I ventured off into that, and I loved it. And I got back to creating what I like to create, because sometimes in life and business, you get so caught up with the repetitiveness of things that you lose your passion. Like Chauncey was saying, sometimes you get kind of bored with things, and sometimes, people call me for a wedding or call me for portraits or call me for anything. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go do it. And I wasn't growing, I wasn't learning. My pictures look better because at the time you take as many pictures and they look better, but like the passion was gone, the connection was gone. So when I got into the studio and I can design it from the top to the bottom, and it gave me my passion back for photography. But now, as of last month, I've moved into a bigger location. I'm at 2727 Arch Street, Suite A now. And yes, honey, suite, I got a suite, not a room. So I have my suite. I have my 12-foot ceiling, so I can have my lights up high and just make the light however I want to make the light. And I'm so glad that God has brought me this far, because I wanted to quit so many times, but money good. Photography, the money can be really good, and sometimes you lose sight of that without growing the way you need to grow in your business. They say you never stop learning, and sometimes you can make yourself stop learning by just not doing the things that you need to do. But now I'm taking time, I'm watching creative live classes, I'm doing the things to help connect more with my clients, because in photography, especially in portraits, and if you ever had a bad photographer, you'll know. But in portraits, you have to have that connection, and they have to be comfortable with you so you can get the real them. And if you can't connect with them, you can't really get the real them. But anyways, I'm rambling. So ups and downs of business. Now, I'm going to tell y'all my oopsie-doop. So why? I did not know. So we go get our articles of organization, articles of incorporation, that we had a franchise tax we had to pay every year. Like, my mind, like, where was I? So I'm like, I owe what? I owed $600 something. So I had to go back, pay all of that. Make sure on May 1st, you have that in, so you can get that paid. Your business license is due the first of the year. Make sure you get that paid. They will come for you, honey. They're gonna find you. They're gonna know that you've been doing your business and you haven't had the license to do business in the city. Make sure you do that. What else have I done? Oh, I've worked with a lot of different people. I just recently got done working with the Youth Home Incorporated. They deal with mental health and kids who are suffering from depression, anxiety, and we just did a campaign about the faces of mental health. So you wouldn't think that the cute little cheerleader that goes to Pulaski Academy, that she's dealing with all the things that she deals with. So we did a very revealing photo shoot with several people who were willing to bear themselves in front of the camera, and they did all the campaigns on Facebook. So that was really fun. I've worked with the AIDS Foundation. I worked with the Lupus Foundation. I've worked with the Arkansas Minority Health Commission. I've worked with a lot of people. And it's always nice to network with people, because those are mainly the people who will recommend you to the next people. I get a lot of business through Facebook. I get a lot of business through my internet, my website. Take it down, atspics.com. Go visit it. I get a lot of business through there, but most of it's through word of mouth. So your reputation is always probably the biggest thing. That's a little tip. Another tip, do not let your business become your burden. I can say that I got to the point where, say on a Saturday, I'd have a event at 8 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, I was meeting with a client. I'm a choir director, so at 1 o'clock, I'm at choir rehearsal. At 3 o'clock, I'm at another event. Come 7 o'clock, I'm doing somebody's event at the club, like too much. And then you have to edit those pictures and turn them around, and to the point where it's like, I have no life. Like, don't let your business become your burden, because you will work harder for yourself than you will work for anybody else. And if you don't take the time to just sit back and take a break and breathe, it will overwhelm you, like to the point where you just want to like scream. That's how I felt, like just cut it, just stop. But I did it to myself, so you have to turn it around. You have to get back to your clients in a timely manner, and just thank God for even having the breath in your body to be able to have a business. And because I know I have been at the very bottom, and just to see my growth, I'm out the hood. Did I tell you that? I'm at the projects. I have nice elderly neighbors who are quiet. You hear me? My kids can go outside and play, and I don't have to worry about them getting shot or anything. I'm like the first day in Shorter Garden, my baby cut her leg on some glass. She tripped, and it was a broken beer bottle outside on the ground. No, we had to get away from that. Shootings out there, so we had to get away from that. And photography, my business, helped me move away from that. I mean, it was me going to school, it was me meeting the right people, it was me knowing the right people. But if I hadn't gotten that camera in 2012, I would have never said, hey, I need to get my life back on track. And that's what my business did for me. I know people's businesses, they feel like that's their purpose in life. And if you really feel like that's your purpose, don't let anyone tell you that it's not your purpose, because it will completely change your life around. And just trust that God put that in your life for a reason. So that's my 2 cents for today.
So really, guys, that is really the end of our program. But I did want to come back and say a couple of extra words just on behalf of the city. Thank you for putting your dreams in the hands of the city and the ASBTDC. I know sometimes it's squeamish to kind of share that idea that you have in your head, because you just see pirates all around that are going to steal it. So thank you for sharing your dreams with us. Hopefully we have helped you take it to the next level, grow it, and really be proud of pushing yourself to the next step. And completing this class is not just about getting extra knowledge or getting some crash courses in entrepreneurship, but it's about telling yourself that I can devote this amount of time to myself. It's hard to do that when you have job life and family life and mother life and dad life. So I really do commend you of taking 10 weeks to say, this is the time that I'm going to grow me. And anytime you go through something from start to finish, and you have decided that you have a goal, you completed that goal, and now you've taken this thing that is the certificate to hang wherever you choose, to say that is that one time that I knew for a fact I could start, do, and complete something. So I commend you guys on completing this class. I hope that it did a lot for you. I hope meeting us did as much for you as it did for me to meet you guys. I'm watching friendships grow in this group. I'm watching connections be made, and I hope you keep all of those connections strong. To assist in that, there is a Facebook group that is the Entrepreneur Training Course alum. That's a closed group that I'd love for you guys to all go and find on Facebook and join, because it's just those of you that have come through the class, and a lot of people make partnerships and trades and barter services from that. And that is how my particular business, Harlem Lyrics, stayed afloat for many years, was bartering services with other entrepreneurs, right? Because that's one of the crux of the beginning, is everyone's capital is thin. And so to stretch those real dollars, find other entrepreneurs with skill sets that you need and things that you have to give in exchange. And I know I said that, I'm probably week one of the class, and I'm going to say it here again at the close, because it really is pivotal to growing that small business. I'd like to thank the ASBTDC for this partnership that has been going on for several years. I believe we just about got it down. Thank you to all of the trainers and consultants. You guys give your consultants a hand again. And as Shannon pointed out, almost everything that we've done today with this graduation was provided to by graduates. And by provided by, I mean the city cut them checks, because we support small businesses. And I suggest all of you in your packets, there's a little 3x5 that is how to become a vendor with the City of Little Rock. Complete that. Select your commodity, because that's how I can rally for you guys, and that's how the city can support you. But the framing was done by Artistic Edge. They graduated our class, I believe, in 2008. It's on the back of your program. House catering came through our class in 2001. And your nifty lapel pins that now mark you as graduates from the class, which is what's in the gold box, came from Choice Promotions that graduated in 2013. So we really do follow you guys. We stick with you. We wish, we hope, and we try to increase your success as much as we can as a City of Little Rock. So thank you again. I want to thank my husband. He's around here somewhere, because he's going to be the one that's here with me breaking this down at 10 o'clock. So thank you, babe. And so having said that, please feel free to join us for some food and fellowship in the back. We'll be here about another hour. Join us out in the showcase. Everyone, those of you that have things set up, I wish you many transactions. I know there's a couple I'm going to make myself. So those of you, please partake, enjoy, and we'll see you out there.